Ang superpower ko, mangarap. Kapag ako nangangarap, napapabilis ko ang panahon. Kapag ako nangangarap, lumalabas ang natatago kong lakas. Kapag ako nangangarap, nakakaya kong makita ang hinaharap. Pero ang pangarap di tulad ng superpower na bigla lang natutupad. Kailangan ng pangarap ko ng gagabay at sasabay sa akin para siguradong di ako maiiwan at tuloy-tuloy na suporta anuman ang mangyari. Kaya sa bawat pangarap at patuloy na pagsisikap, kasama at kasabay ko ang FINMA Education na baguhin ang aking kinabukasan. Sa pagtupad ng pangarap, kasama ko ang FINMA Education.
Sasamahan kita.
Sa atin nakasalalay ang bawat hakbang patungo sa ating pangarap.
Ngunit kahit pabago-bago ang mundo, kahit laging hindi sapat ang kakayahan, kahit minsan pakiramdam ko lagi akong kulang, kakayanin ko.
Lalo't alam kong may kakampi ako, may kaagapay, na hindi ako nag-iisa. Ano man ang hamon, kahit anong hirap ng pangarap, ang imposible ay kaya. Basta sama-sama.
Kasama ko ang FINMA Education.
Nung nalaman kong may rad na ibibigay yung AU, natuwa po talaga ako kasi mas na-feel ko na walang nalileft behind ng mga estudyante. Talagang pinush nila, nagbigay sila ng effort na gumawa tayo ng ibang paraan para makapagturo pa rin tayo, may matutunan pa rin yung mga bata. Angkop din siya sa mga estudyanteng tulad namin na malayo sa school. Pero yun yun na kahit malayo, talagang matututo ka. Kaya isa rin po yun sa na-motivate na ginawa kong motivation. Kaya pinagpatuloy ko po yung pag-aaral ko. Nung una po talaga, sobrang hirap pong mag-adjust. To the point na talagang sa gabi, naiiyak ka kasi di mo alam yung gagawin mo. Nung medyo nagtagal naman na po, nasanay na tapos nakaya naman po. Lagi ko pong minomotivate yung sarili ko na kailangan maging matyaga ka. Basta may tiyaga ka lang, matututo ka sa sarili mong pamamaraan at ang gawin mo na lang is balikan mo kung bakit ka nagsimula. Tuloy lang, laban lang. Kahit ano pang profession na gusto mo, maging teacher, police, or nurse, makakamit yung mga pangarap natin sa buhay.
Remember about you, every story told, who you were before the Russian hour carousel. There to see the world put onto us, so you made mistake. That was right away. It's a tidal wave. Words of a life in the story of our time. Let's agree and pretend. Let's really for today. Today, the day's like no other. I am home. I am home.
Ang superpower ko, mangarap. Kapag ako nangangarap, napapabilis ko ang panahon. Kapag ako nangangarap, lumalabas ang natatago kong lakas. Kapag ako nangangarap, nakakaya kong makita ang hinaharap. Pero ang pangarap di tulad ng superpower na bigla lang natutupad. Kailangan ng pangarap ko ng gagabay at sasabay sa akin para siguradong di ako maiiwan at tuloy-tuloy na suporta anuman ang mangyari. Kaya sa bawat pangarap at patuloy na pagsisikap, kasama at kasabay ko ang FINMA Education na baguhin ang aking kinabukasan. Sa pagtupad ng pangarap, kasama ko ang FINMA Education.
Sasamahan kita.
Our program will now begin with a prayer.
Glorious and blessed God, we praise and thank you for this gathering and your purpose for it. We place our work and ourselves into your hands. We ask that you cover us with your peace and wisdom as we brave a fresh start. Anoint our creativity, our ideas, our energy so that even the smallest task may bring you honor. Even though we are physically distant at this time, may you bind us in love so that we will be able to learn and work together for your glory. May the work that we do and the way we do it bring hope, life, and courage to all with whom we minister in the university. Bless our administration with wisdom and discernment, our students and employees with commitment and compassion, our families with courage and strength. Establish the work of our hands and bring to fulfillment all that you have given us to do in these trying times. We stand together in your great presence as we ask and pray for all these things to be sanctified. In your mighty name, Amen.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us today for the last session of our FINMA Ed DG series. I am Miss Alexis from SJC SHS, your host for today. The DG series is an initiative by FINMA Education to engage students and parents about topics na maaaring makatulong sa pang-araw-araw. From academics, finance, or just balancing your school with life, gusto naming ipakita na kasama ninyo ang FINMA Education. A few reminders lang for our audience bago tayo magsimula. Please make sure that you are on mute for the duration of the session. Kung may mga tanong man kayo, please send it in the chat box or in the comment section on Facebook. We might not be able to answer all of your questions, but we will do our best to address as many as time permits. Lastly, huwag kalimutang i-share ang experience at learnings ninyo dito sa FINMA Ed DG series. Itag nyo kami at gamitin ang hashtag kasama mo ang FINMA Education. While we would love to do this face-to-face, we want everyone to stay safe. So, this session is being held live on Zoom and on Facebook. Leave us a comment to tell us where you are viewing this DG series from. And today, we're having the last episode of this year's DG series. At ngayong hapon, pag-uusapan natin ang mga posibleng careers ng mga students sa post-pandemic. Siyempre, ang daming pagbabago na nangyayari sa lahat ng klase ng trabaho simula pa noong March 2020. Dati, ang normal, bumabiyahe tayo sa ating mga opisina or workplace. Ngayon, naka-work from home or flexible work setup. Meron din namang iba na bumalik na sa normal work, lalo na ngayong April. O di ba? Ang dami na talagang pagbabago. I'm sure, marami din sa inyong nakapansin ng mga pagbabago na yan sa industriya ngayong pandemya. Ang iba sa inyo maaari nagtataka na rin kung ano ba yung madadatnan yung career or work environment pagka-graduate ninyo ng college or pag nagsimula na kayo ng trabaho. Well, you are in luck today kasi yan ang pag-uusapan natin ngayon kasama ang mga guests natin. Learn how your career post-pandemic will look like and how you can beat the odds in today's session. Makipagchikahan kasama ang FINMA Education at ang ating mga guests dito sa FINMA EdDG series. Hindi ko na patatagalin. Let me introduce our first guest for today. A lot of you probably already knows her because nakita niyo na ang TikTok niya talking about career tips and advice and work and school motivation. Other than being a TikToker, our guest is also an HR professional ever since. She's been employed in different industries and has seen it all, especially when it comes to hiring. She's currently working for MC Credit Solutions as Human Resource Manager and was awarded as the Employee of the Year for 2020-2021. We're definitely in good hands with Tessa Mercado, aka Millennial HR Manager.
Hello everyone, good afternoon. Am I audible? Naririnig ba ako ng lahat? Alright, good afternoon everyone. It's a rainy afternoon everybody. And actually, I'm very excited talaga na, mag-talk sa inyo, especially napakaganda ng theme ng FEMA Education, which is Patuloy yung Pangarap. Sobrang grabing, napaka-relevant ngayong pandemic. And I think I have to mag-share na ako ng screen para at least makapag-start na tayo. Okay. Tech. Okay, I'll share my screen. All right. Okay. Can you see my screen, guys? All good? All right. So I think the screen is already okay. So ang theme talaga or yung pwede kong i-convert or pwede kong sabihin sa inyo guys dun sa i-ano natin na theme is your decision matters. Bakit nga ba napaka-importante ng desisyon ng isang tao? Okay, bakit nga ba? Of course, kailangan mo munang malaman talaga yung foundation bago ka magkaroon ng career, bago mo bago mo maipagpatuloy or makapag-decide talaga. Some of you are graduating, some of you are very undecided pa kung sino ba talaga or ano ba talaga yung ang course na kukunin mo, yung some of you are, confused, nako-confuse pa. But before anything else, get in touch with me on my social media, guys. I do have IG, TikTok. I do have page. I have my Millennial HR Manager and also do have my personal account and I do have YouTube, guys. If mag-share screen kayo, if meron mag-ano kayo, mag-comment or maglagay ng input sa inyo, you can tag me. Sayang naman, di ba? And I might feature you on my social media. Alright? So, may mga tanong ako sa inyo, guys, especially dito sa loob ng dito sa loob ng Zoom and especially dun sa mga nanonood natin sa Facebook. Have you ever asked yourself what particular job or career path you will take in the future? Like, okay, meron ako nararamdaman ngayon na, okay, sige, HR ang kukunin ko, ganitong course ang kukunin ko sa college. Or nasa college ka na pero napapaisip ka, ay, yung best friend ko ganito, pero sabi nila wala naman daw pera sa ganitong course na to. Something like that. Nai-influensyahan ka ng ibang tao. Or you feel stuck making decision what career path you going to pursue. Parang, okay, sabi ni Aling Marites, wag na daw yung ganitong course, mas maganda nito yung ganito. Nagsasuggest, okay, dapat ganito na lang yung course mo, something like that, di ba? Marami tayong naririnig na ganon. And at the same time, minsan sa gabi tinatanong natin, ano ba talagang, what's next? Diba? After graduation or after natin sa high school, ano ba talagang course ang kukunin ko? I mean, saan ba ako talaga masaya? Ganon. So if yes, let me talk to you about the real definition of career to help you decide. Of course, diba sabi ko kanina, dapat malaman mo muna yung foundation ng lahat. Diba? Bago ka makapag-decide. All right, we have two definitions, guys. We have one, a person's course or progress through life, and number two, it also pertains to his your or occupational or professional that which usually involves special training or formal education. Pero mag-focus tayo sa number one kasi yun yung pinaka-importante kung tutuusin. Yung number two kasi, this is, education like ginagawa ng FinMed Education, nag-invite sila mga resource speaker talaga to know para mabigyan kayo ng knowledge sa mga, of course, yung mga ini-invite nilang mga resource speaker ay talagang very knowledgeable when it comes to their field. Alright? Pero focus tayo sa number one. Ano mga bang ibig sabihin ng number one? Okay, sabi dito, progress through life, this is more on personal touch. This is more on your own point of view, yung nararamdaman mo. Ngayon, guys, may tanong ako. Being an online seller, do you think it's a career? Bakit siya nagiging career? Of course, I'll give you an example. Dito sa Pilipinas, usong-uso yung ukay-ukay, di ba? Kung sino man nabili sa inyo sa Facebook and dito sa mga participants natin. Di ba, when you open yung tinatawag nilang bulto sa isang ukay-ukay, di ba? Pag binuksan yon, hindi mo alam yung laman kung tutuusin. May madumi, may sira, may butas. Ano pang gagawin mo? Pag ipinost mo yan sa social media, ano gagawin mo? Nang hindi mo inaayos, of course, walang bibili na bakit hindi nila na-appreciate yung ganda ng damit. Of course, ano gagawin mo? Paplansahin mo yan, tatahiin mo, lalabahan mo, and lastly, ifo-photoshoot mo pa yan. Correct? Pag photoshoot mo, doon nila naiintindihan or doon nila na-realize, uy, ang ganda ng damit. So, bakit siya nagiging career? You exceed time and effort. Alright, being a content creator, or a vlogger, or more on social media influencer, guys, firsthand, I do believe nagiging career siya. Bakit? Kasi, everyday hindi ako nag-upload kung mapapansin niyo sa aking TikTok account. Pero everyday nagsusulat ako. Sinusulat ko yung script, sinusulat ko yung magiging topic na pwede kong i-video, and at the same time, ano bang mga kailangan ng mga estudyante ngayon? Ano bang kailangan ng mga young professional na kahit nagbabrowse lang sila sa TikTok and only sa social media, ay may natututunan sila. So bakit siya naging career? I exceed time and effort as well. Kaya dun sa mga future vlogger, okay, kung gusto nyo talaga mag-influencer, start habang maaga pa. At the same time, dapat nakakatulong ka din sa ibang tao in a way na educational ba siya? Saan ka magaling, 'di ba? Ngayon simulan mo rin siya para at least, 'di ba, yung expertise mo o kung saan ka magaling, ano yung hobbies mo, pwede mong ma-share sa mundo. 'Di ba? And lastly, this is the true meaning of career. Being yourself. Alam mo, sa totoo lang, guys, kung tutuusin, mas masarap siguro magtrabaho kapag love mo yung ginagawa mo. Kasi yung fulfillment is 100%. Kaysa naman yung magtatrabaho ka tapos hindi mo gusto yung ginagawa mo, nagiging stress lang siya. Napipilitan ka lang, something like that, na stress ka, nape-pressure ka pa na kailangan kong gawin ito kasi may responsibilidad ako. Pero kung i-convert mo yan doon sa gusto mo or yung ikaw talaga mismo, or pinili mo talaga tong career, walang nagdikta sa'yo, okay? Yung parents mo and your family is always there. There are 2 steps behind. Pero alam nila, okay, susuportahan ka rin nila. Okay? Kung ano mang gusto mo, kung ang passion mo sa music, go! 'Di ba? Magbuo ka ng banda. From your passion, magiging career din 'yan, 'di ba? So, ngayon kung nakapili ka na talaga, okay, nakapili ka na talaga ng gusto mong career sa buhay mo, or I mean, kung talagang may naisip ka na, okay, ito talaga yung gusto kong i-pursue. Punta tayo dun sa reality. Ano nga ba yung kailangan mo i-expect on your first job? Especially dahil nga most of you talagang graduating students, okay? Some of you are, very undecided pa. Gusto kong malaman nyo or gusto kong makita nyo or gusto kong ma-imagine mo ano ba talaga yung dapat ko i-expect kapag nagkaroon ako ng trabaho, especially sa industrial setting or for example sa office or sa company. Okay, number 1, you need to work hard and get a raise. Sa DOLE, guys, okay, as an HR professional, sa DOLE, yung ika 6 months period mo, dapat regular ka na. So dapat dun sa 5 months mo or 6 months mo is dapat maging proactive ka. Okay, guys, totoo to, may mga taong hindi nare-regular. Bakit? Pangit yung performance o kaya maganda man yung performance pero lagi naman silang absent. 'Di ba? Yung maganda naman yung performance, laging maaga pumasok pero yung attitude niya towards sa ibang tao kung paano sila nakikipag-deal, hindi rin maganda. So dapat laging balance 'yan. Yung attendance mo, yung pakikisama mo sa ibang tao, and lastly, yung quality ng trabaho mo. Okay, hindi ka pwedeng ma-promote o hindi ka pwedeng ma-regular ng nakahilata lang, di ba? Hindi ka pwedeng, hindi ka pwedeng ma-regular or yun nga, ma-regular sa isang trabaho ng walang ginagawa. Okay, as a freshman or as a fresher, guys, dapat maging proactive ka in a way na hindi ka dapat maghihintay ng utos ng mga boss. Okay? Kumaga parang kumbaga mag-deep ka na, okay, kailangan kong malaman ko kasi magiging skills ko to, magiging credential ko to in the near future. Diba? Number 2, this is my favorite one. Everyone is not your friend. Bakit? Guys, sa totoo lang, kapag nagtrabaho ka, especially sa corporate world, or yun nga, nasa real world na tayo after your graduation, kumbaga, survival of the fittest, kung tutuusin. Okay? For example, we are gonna for example sa isang kumpanya, 'di ba? You're aiming for the highest position available. Okay? Pwedeng manager, pwedeng director. Okay? Kapag umalis ang isa, of course dapat may papalit diyan, 'di ba? Either yung susumunod sa kanya o ibang tao or outside, 'di ba? Pero not everyone is your friend. Bakit ko sinabi 'yan? Minsan may mga instances na matatapakan ka ng ibang tao. May instances din na ikaw din yung tatapak sa ibang tao para makamit mo yung pangarap mo or makamit mo yung posisyon na hinahangad mo. Diba? Kasi nga you're aiming for the highest position. Minsan talaga, nandun yung chismis, di ba? Ang ibig ko lang sabihin is, maging kumbaga parang selective ka doon sa mga tao talagang pag-o-open up mo, kung si mga tao talagang papagkakatiwalaan mo sa loob ng kumpanya. Alright? And hindi ko naman sinasabing maging, kumbaga maging doubtful ka sa lahat ng mga no, coworkers mo. No, hindi. Ang ibig ko sabihin dapat, yun nga, maging selective ka kung sino yung pagkakatiwalaan. Okay? Number 3, sometimes you don't use your skills or you learn from school. Ang ibig ko lang sabihin, guys, is, may mga instances na yung mga subject natin, trigo, chemistry, minsan hindi natin ginagamit yan, di ba? Calculus, hindi natin ginagamit yan, especially sa work. For example, sa admin or sa HR, hindi naman tayo nagaganon, di ba? But ang gusto kong sabihin is, dalhin mo yung mga magagandang skills you learn from school. Communication skills, management skills, kung paano ka pa nakikipag-deal sa ibang tao. Yun yung kailangan mong dalhin na ikakaangat mo yun eh. Diba? And at the same time, yung respeto sa ibang tao. Everything will follow kapag marunong kang respeto sa ibang tao. Alright? And number 4, not every day is a rewarding day. May mga moment tayo sa buhay natin na, oh my God, Monday na naman. Nakakapagod. Bakit ba ito yung course na kinuha ko? Bakit iba yung trabaho na kinuha ko? May mga ganong moments tayo. Pero always have, kailangan bumalikan. Always ask or go back to your whys. Bakit ka ba nagtrabaho? You have may mga dream ka ba? Gusto mo magkaroon ng kotse, gusto mo magkaroon ng trabaho, gusto mo makaahon kayo sa buhay, gusto mo magkaroon ng sariling bahay dahil nangungupahan lang kayo. May mga ganung moments, may mga ganung tanong ka din sa sarili mo, 'di ba? So, go back to your whys. Bakit ka ba nagtrabaho? Gusto ko kasi makapag-abroad. Iipon muna ako, 'di ba? So, of course, pag mga fresher, very excited pa yan, 2 years, 3 years. But yung ika-third year mo, 4th year, minsan mapapagod ka. Pero yun nga yung gusto ko sabihin. Go back to your whys. Okay? And lastly, long hours and overload works. Actually, hindi na bago yan. As a students, nararanasan mo yan. May mga modules ngayon, bukas may project, susunod may exam. Minsan hindi mo na alam yung uunahin mo. Pero gusto ko lang din sabihin, guys, it's gonna be worth it. Okay? Yung pagod mo, okay? Yung pangarap mo is magiging worth it yan kapag natapos mo na. Okay? Especially kapag nakamit mo na talaga yung pinakapangarap mo. Ang gusto ko lang din talagang iwan sa inyo, guys, is ask yourself, ano ba talagang gusto mo in the near future? I-enjoy ko ba 5 years from now itong trabaho na to? 5 years from now, yung pinili ko, dapat yung kumbaga parang, di ba, mapapanindigan mo siya. Okay? And ang gusto ko lang din iwan sa inyo, guys, sa little motivation, di ba? Hayaan mo yung sasabihin ng ibang tao. Okay? As long as hindi ka nakakatapak, as long as masaya ka, go ahead. Di ba? Ito yung gusto mo eh. Okay? At the end, ikaw ang magbibuild ng future mo. Alright? So being yourself helps you to decide what career path you will take in the future. Yun lang yung gusto kong iwan sa inyo. And padayon mga estudyante at padayon sa mga naghahanap ng mga trabaho ngayon. Huwag ka ma-pressure. Darating at darating yan. Alam ko na re-reject ka. Alam ko na yung feeling ng, ito na naman, bakit ganito na naman? Parang wala akong ginawang tama. No, may kanya-kanya tayong timeline. Okay? Huwag kang ma-pressure. Alam ko napakahirap ngayon dahil pandemic. Pero sabi ko nga, darating yan. Alright? Thank you so much for the opportunity, Finma Doctor. Salamat po.
Thank you so much for that, Miss Tessa. And thank you for being real with us on the reality of the career in different industries. Alam mo, tumatak talaga sa akin yung part na sinabi mong your decision matters. Kasi ganyan-ganyan din ako nung sinabi ko sa parents ko na gusto kong mag-take ng education. Ito kasi talaga yung love ko.
Kasi sobrang, Miss Alexis, kasi totoo lang talaga. Ang hirap naman i-pursue yung gusto mo tapos hindi, 2 years, 3 years, hindi ka rin magiging masaya, di ba? So, babalik ka pa rin sa gusto mo dun sa gusto ng puso mo. So, ganun.
True yan. And di naman ako nagsisi talaga.
That's good.
Thank you so much again. So I know na everybody is very excited and a lot of our viewers have questions as well. Pero i-reserve ko muna yan for now. Just keep on commenting your questions sa FB or sa Zoom natin. We'll read them out for our guest later para masagot nila yung mga questions ninyo. Okay? So on to our next guest. Our next guest naman is another HR professional who is currently working in Accenture as their application development team lead. Isa siya sa Student Leadership Conference and Program of the Future alumna, and she has led Team Co-op in Accenture's Campus Innovation Challenge program, The Future, last 2018, and she won as Grand Champion. Let us all welcome Fritz Hoyle of Accenture.
Ayun. Hello. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon here in this session. I'll wait. All right. So I'd also like to acknowledge the Accenture team that we have for today's session with FINMA. So thank you, Moriel and Rain, for joining us this afternoon. So I'd like to introduce myself first. Next slide, please. I'm Fritz Hoyle. I graduated with a bachelor's degree in computer science in Cebu Institute of Technology University. So I'm joining you guys way back here in Cebu. I have been with Accenture for almost 3 years now. And you'd ask me, Fritz, what do you do at Accenture? I'm an application development team lead. I am the overall offshore lead for an AO support project here at Accenture, and I'm responsible for delivery and service management. Recently, I got skip promoted from my analyst to my current role as the team lead here at Accenture in my current project. Ayun, so I am also one of Accenture's campus program ambassador. So ayun, I think it was introduced a while ago that I am an alumna of several programs, campus programs by Accenture. So kung may suki card man yung Accenture for that, I would have gotten one with all the activities that I participated on way back when I was still a college student and with Accenture. And apart from those things, on a personal level, I am someone who enjoys playing the uke in my free time. I have the activities where I just do anything art related. So, but my relationship with Accenture started way back in 2018. So you can see in the screen, this is my career path with Accenture. It's fresh from graduating, I guess, barely 2 weeks out of college. I joined Accenture as an application development associate, breezed through it, joining the Java bootcamp. Got deployed to my project after a month after that bootcamp, and then I got promoted to the analyst role, and now I'm the team lead of my team. Next, please. Ayan. But my relationship with Accenture started way back in 2018. So while I was still a college student, and I took the leap to participate along with my teammates in one of Accenture's campus program The Future, and won as a grand champion. So may madami pa akong sinalihan na campus programs with Accenture, but program The Future was one of the biggest stepping stone in my career as a woman in technology. So starting from then on, I've been actively participating in different campus activities as Accenture's campus program ambassador. But before all of that happened, the question is, who is Fritz outside of Accenture? So I am 23 years young. I am from a family of three, me and my brother and my mom. In my family, I guess madaming makaka-relate siguro in the crowd right now. I am the eldest daughter, the eldest granddaughter, the first niece, the eldest cousin. So you can say that I am the first of the younger generation in my family. And growing up in such a young age, I was already aware of how important my role is in the family and what my responsibilities were. So I grew up in an environment where I had to work hard for whatever I wanted and needed. And that really built up the competitive me. So I bet the students can also relate. Some students might be able to relate. Yung parang sobrang competitive mo in life, that you really have goals and you want to achieve. So basically, I was on a race against myself. My dream, when I started this journey, was to become a successful career woman in technology by the age of 25. So may palugit ako, guys. This dream of mine, I actually wrote this down in Baguio City Session Road, because I was there for a trip for a research conference, and we had the opportunity to join this festival, and everyone was just writing their dreams, whatever message they left on Baguio City Session Road. And me and my team, we wrote down nag-graduate kami. And a little further, when I was alone, I wrote that I'll be a successful career woman in technology. And I promised myself that I'll be reaching that dream. I'll be grabbing that dream. I'll be living that dream. And not just by means of like getting awards, participating in different activities here at Accenture. What I meant was to become a young delivery lead. So napakalaking dream doon. 25, gusto ko na maging delivery lead. And there was nothing wrong with that dream. I always believed in dreaming big, and that if your dreams don't scare you, then they're not big enough. So that's my parang reminder when I'm assessing my dreams. And that's what I felt. So na dapat ma-achieve ko yung dream na yon. Dapat I reach that goal. But next slide, please. I think can go to the next slide. Ayun. To become a successful career woman in the technology. And the question is, what obstacles did I encounter while trying to pursue it? So it's not an easy road. And what I would say is, parang to sum up what happened, is that life doesn't really go your way. It didn't go my way. No matter how much I fought for it, no matter how much I wanted it, sometimes you just can't have it. And that would hurt. Next slide, please. Ayun. And can go to the next slide. Ayan. So, and that's what I felt. I was really hurt when I didn't manage to achieve that one goal for my dream. I was really down, and I felt like I failed, not just myself, but also the people who were looking up at me and keeping track of my career journey. I started to ask myself, ba't ganun? Ba't di ko na-achieve yun? Kaya ko naman. Ginawa ko naman lahat. Saan ba ako nagkulang? Wasn't I performing well? Hindi ba enough yung ginawa ko? May mali ba akong nagawa? May kulang ba? Am I not fit for that role? So I started to ask these questions to myself. And then on, I started to doubt myself. So parang yun na yung parang sinkhole. My confidence in myself and in my skills really went down. Na talagang it went down, and it really went down that for some time I wasn't performing well. I knew I wasn't performing well, na I wasn't giving my best. When I realized that, na parang one day parang a coworker asked me, Fritz, lately I noticed na you're not really parang cheerful. You're not like, I feel like you're not giving it all. So parang naano ako doon. So parang at first nasaktan ako. So talaga? Am I not giving my all? Napansin niyo yon? And then I realized that, oh, like, this is not good. This shouldn't be happening. I shouldn't stay in this slump. So parang I was talking to myself, na ba't ganun? Na this shouldn't be happening. I am someone who will always give my best to everything that in everything that I do. But I am in this slump. I am stuck in this area. So what I did, I talked to my manager. I talked to my leads about my performance. I really had a good conversation about my situation to them and what's going on with me. And I realized I'm very fortunate enough to be under these leaders who really look out for their people, like here at Accenture. Because that time when I was talking, just pouring out my soul to my leads, to my manager, I felt seen and heard. So, parang sabi nila na, sometimes it doesn't really go your way. And sometimes, parang you have to backtrack, assess yung goals mo, and have a reality check. So when they said that, I told them, can I take a break? Can I go on a vacation? So I took a break just to recenter myself, assess what went wrong, and think, what I could have done better. And only then when I took a break, I realized that I have forgotten a lot of things. So, ayun, I forgot to enjoy the journey. I was so focused on the end goal that I forgot the purpose of my dream and to enjoy the small victories along the way. I forgot to spend time with my family, and I forgot to spend time with my friends, enjoy my life. I forgot to do that, and I forgot to take care of myself. My dream, it was big. There was nothing wrong with it. I know someday I would be living that dream, but what was wrong that time was I was not able to handle the setback properly, that challenge, that bump, and I was limiting myself. I gave myself a deadline. Yung by the age of 25, dapat delivery lead ka na, Fritz, which was not healthy. It wasn't in line with reality because it doesn't really go that way. And napakarami pang dapat kong gawin para makapunta ako sa dream ko na yon. And like I said, I was on a race against myself. Ever since I realized na kailangan kong mag-work hard for my dreams. And there's nothing really wrong with setting a timeline for your goals. That's a healthy way. You just have to make sure you are setting healthy expectations and your timeline is fit with what's going on with your life. Huwag mong kalimutan while you're making your goals, you also fact check it with what's going on with your life. Is it fitting? Can I achieve this goal with what's currently going on with my life? So you have to make sure you're setting healthy expectations, healthy timelines when you come up with your goals and dreams. There's nothing wrong with dreaming big, but sometimes to get to that big dream, you have to take small steps and take a rest at certain bus stops. So when I came back to work, I was more assured about myself and my skills. That now in my mind, there's a certain reminder that, hey Fritz, it's okay to fail. It's okay to fail. It's okay to have setbacks, and it's okay if it doesn't go your way. The journey for me from then on, it wasn't smooth, but I was enjoying it. I was enjoying it. That was the difference. I wasn't focused on my end goal anymore because I am sure I would eventually get there. I would be a delivery lead someday. What matters for me now is the journey. Am I enjoying the journey? Am I learning new things along the way? Am I taking the people who matter to me along in this journey? And my journey was a constant cycle of failing and then succeeding, then failing, then succeeding. And sometimes it was a series of failing, and then succeeding. But what's different from before is that I am more mature now in handling setbacks. And I know that there are other ways, if not better, for me to get to my dream. I just have to believe in myself. So in every failure, there is just an immediate reminder that it's okay. Let's take things slow. You can do this, and let's do better next time. So I kept on repeating this to myself when I was putting myself out there and showing what I was capable of, failing and stumbling along the way. But I kept on going anyway, and I will keep moving forward. May it be small steps or scared steps. So always remind yourself that there's things won't always go your way, and sometimes you'll have to make decisions that would take you to a different path. Sometimes you'll succeed, or sometimes you're the defeated one. But no matter what the odds are or how many steps it would take you to get to your destination, always remind yourself that it's okay to fail. It's okay to rest. Don't be too hard on yourself. Alam ko mga students ngayon, they're really too hard on yourselves. I know it's our own selves that's the best critic out there, and we tend to compare our progress to someone else's progress, forgetting that we have our own timelines. So no matter how many inspiration messages you receive or advice you are given, nothing will ever grow, and not even the tiniest bud of spark if you don't believe in yourself. So before I go and end my talk, I'd like to leave everyone with this word. Can I go to the next slide? I think, yeah, it's padayon. Padayon in Bisaya can mean a lot of things. In life, it means to continue pushing forward. Rest if you must, assess your dreams, keep yourself in a reality check. Dayon, padayon. And that's it from me. And I hope, our crowd this afternoon got something from that little career journey sharing. Thank you so much for allowing me to share my story.
Padayon. And thanks so much, Fritz, for helping us see how we can stand out in our jobs. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
No problem. Okay, now we have one more speaker who will really lay down the facts when it comes to careers in the post-pandemic. He is currently the managing director of Jobs 180 and has 20 years of experience in sales, marketing, business development, operations, and human resources. He is also a trusted resource speaker with over 1,000 plus career development seminars in more than 400 plus colleges and universities nationwide. Here with us again today is Kim Chua of Jobs 180.
Hi. Thank you for having me. Magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat, sa mga nakikinig, sa lahat ng mga taga FinMa Education, and to all our guests also who's here, Ma'am Tessa and Ma'am Fritz. Hearing from the two of you, I feel like I'm Jurassic. Kidding aside. Ay mga iba dyan, di nakakaintindi ng Jurassic. Ayun, wag niyo na alamin. So, Obviously, I didn't prepare any slides because I wanted to be able to share to you, taking from what they have already explained. Maraming mga bagay ngayon. Oh, by the way, tama po narinig nyo. Pangalan ko talaga, Kim Chu. May wa. No, lagi nagbibiro. Baka kasi Kim Chu lang maalala nyo. May wa. Ayan, okay? So, from the there's a lot of things that are happening right now, no? And then I've also learned from this session, short session lang, both from Ma'am Tessa and Ma'am Fritz, a lot of things, and gave me some flashback. Now, if thank you also for inviting me. So I'll be sharing my experience. Okay. So ito yung sa akin. So for everyone could relate, try ko mag-explain sa inyo ng mga bagay na mas baka makarelate pa kayo, no? Kahit na hindi na tayo magka-generation. Ayan. Okay. So, una sa lahat, Yan. How do we beat the odds? Yan yung topic ko ngayon. Gusto ko i-share sa inyo. How do we beat the odds? So, there are some guide questions here that I'd like to apply na. Okay, number 1. What's your dream job? Okay. Ano ba ang what was your dream? Pero ako sa akin, what is your dream job? Marami naman tayong mga dream job, 'di ba? Bata pa lang tayo, some of us wanted to become a princess. Oy, 'di ba? May iba diyan. May iba naman diyan, you wanted to go abroad, maybe because you have some relatives na lagi nagpapadala ng mga imported goods. Ayan, so tuwan-tuwa ka every time may imported, so you feel na parang hindi na ka magpadala, pumunta ka na lang doon, 'di ba? Kung saan man nanggagaling yung mga imported goods na 'yan. So marami, no, I'm speaking. These are all based on my experience ng bata pa ako. And one of the things that I wanted to do when I was really, really young was to become a pilot. Yan yung isang frustration ko. Yan, to tell you honestly, I wanted to be a pilot. Bakit? Because I wanted to travel the world. Yan yung naisip ko, no? Travel the world, get to see, at libre. Yan ang best part, di ba? Di ba? Bakit? Ayan. Sabihin ko sa inyo. So what is a dream job? Mayroon akong definition ng dream job. Ang definition ko ng dream job, it should have the 3 things. 3 bagay. Number 1, a dream job is a combination, okay, ng 3 bagay na ito. 3 bagay, dapat magkasama yan. No? Ano tong 3 to? Una, what do you love to do? Yan yung una. A dream job will not be a dream job if you're forced to do something that you don't like to do. So obviously, it has to be something that you like to do. That's number 1. Second, a dream job should be what you're good at. Okay? Kasi kung hindi ka magaling, kasi dream job mo ay kumanta, alam mo yun, bibiro lang ako alam mo yung mga ibang nasa mall, naririnig ko, tuwan-tuwa sila, no, every time may libreng kantahan, araw-araw, kasi doon sila nag-work, they're trying to sell the magic sing or something, but I see them very happy, very enthusiastic, doing what they love to do, diba? And doing what they're good at, o diba? So, 2 bagay na yun, okay? 2 bagay na yun. So, it has to be something that you love to do and something that you're good at. But the third item na kailangan mo i-consider para maging dream job yan, it should be something that your employer or someone will be willing to pay you to do. Okay? You have to get paid for doing something. Otherwise, it will become charity. No, again, I'm not discouraging people to be charitable. I'm just saying lang na syempre sa panahon ngayon, marami sa atin, we're trying to make ends meet. Diba? You're trying to put food on the table. Diba? Iba sa atin, sinusuportahan ng pamilya. Iba naman, tumutulong sa pamilya. Diba? So, yan yung ginagawa natin ngayon. So, kaya para ma-achieve mo yung dream job, yan yung 3 aspeto. So, going through my journey, ganito lang, fast track. Pilot, ba't hindi ako naging pilot? Ba't hindi ko pinagtuloy yung pagiging pilot? Una, magastos. Magastos talaga yung, I research about it, magastos. And more than that, meron isang aspect na nag-hit sa akin because I feel na kapag piloto ka, if you keep on traveling, then you will be far from your family eventually. No, whether may pamilya ka na later on or sa mismong pamilya mo, no, sa mga kapatid mo and sa mga parents mo. Yan, kagaya ni Ma'am Fritz, siya yung panganay sa lahat, 'di ba? Sabi nga niya, siya yung pinakamatanda sa lahat. So, everything mawawala yan, sigurado hahanapin yan, 'di ba, ng mga kamag-anak niya, 'di ba? Kung may gathering kayo. So, it's something that na-discourage ako. Another thing I learned later on, because I wanted to, one of the things that I fancy, yung mga kotse, yung mga sasakyan. Wala, mga lalaki dyan nakikinig ngayon, di ba? Nakaka-relating kayo, di ba? Baka ibang mga ladies dyan nakikinig, mahilig kayo sa mga sasakyan, di ba? Ako ganun din, mahilig ako tumingin. At hindi lang tumingin. Isa sa mga dream ko sana, ma-drive ko man lang, di ba? Yung mga sasakyan na sa panaginip ko lang naman, kahit sa panaginip ma-drive ko, sana sa reality ma-drive ko man lang kahit saglit. So it's one of the things I wanted to do. Now, how will I be able to do that? I did my research, no? Isa sa closest na pwede mangyari, hindi yung magtrabaho ka sa isang car company. Kasi magtrabaho sa car company, hindi mo naman magagawa yun eh. Ang mas maganda, at saka yung brand na yun lang, if you want to sell that specific car, if you're thinking na yan ang sagot, hindi. Ang sagot ito, magtrabaho ka sa isang kumpanya na pwedeng makahiram ng mga sasakyan para ma-drive mo sila. So ano yun? You have to be able to become a critic. Okay, that's one of the things. Like, I'm not endorsing this, pero it's one of those magazines, kung alam niyo yung Top Gear, 'di ba? Yan, no? Isa yun sa mga inaabangan ko parati kasi feeling ko ang sarap-sarap ng mga trabaho nila, 'di ba? Na-drive na sasakyan, tapos yung mag-review sila ng mga sasakyan na pinagda-drive nila, ano okay, ano hindi. Now, again, meron ako isang something na I'm not good at. And I'll tell you what. After ko sabihin sa inyo 2 pang dream job ko. The other dream job na gusto ko gawin, maging food and travel critic. Alam mo yung mga titikim ka lang ng pagkain, tapos ang dami-dami mong pwedeng sabihin sa pagkain na yan. Di ba nanonood tayo ng mga ganun mga minsan, mga kung sino-sinong celebrity, yung mga dati kilala sa totoo lang, pero hindi ko alam ba't sila nagiging critic, di ba? Siguro magaling sila magluto or maybe they have their own, in their own way, magaling sila no, sa ganung klase. Now, the other one naman is to travel. Di ba? They showcase yung mga travel places. Sa totoo lang, hindi naman nila kailangan i-showcase eh. Tatype mo lang naman sa Google, di ba? Kung ano gusto mo makita sa bawat lugar, alam mo na gagawin mo. In fact, sa panahon ngayon, you don't need a travel guide, sabi nga nila, because Google is just there, di ba? There's a lot of people who has already been in that area na kaya na magbigay sa'yo ng good information. But then again, sabi ko na sa inyo, hindi ko na papatagalin. Yung reason kung bakit hindi ko na-pursue yung mga yan, because even if I am, these are the things that I love to do, there's one thing that I'm not good at. I'm not good at lying. Okay? Mahuhuli mo sa akin kung ako ay, well, kaya kita biruin, kaya kita bulahin in a way, pero hindi ko kaya knowing na saying something that's not really true. Yan yung para sa akin. Okay? If I think itong product na to hindi talaga maganda, I will never ever endorse that product to you. Okay? So, yan yung sa akin, no? So and maybe in that sense, that makes me in a way, sabi ng boss ko dati, that makes me a good salesman. Kasi nasasabi ko yung talagang true from my heart, na nagagaling sa puso ko. Ayan. So, going back, no? What is a dream job? Remember those 3 items? Kung saan man kayo ngayon, you are in your crossroad. Okay? Kung saan man kayo, you're in senior high school, perhaps some of the listeners out there, baka you're already out there looking for a job or in between job, you can explore a lot of job opportunities. And this time, I'm sure dalawa ang nararamdaman ninyo. Okay, dalawa nararamdaman nyo. You have, you're going through certain changes. Okay, certain changes. And you're going through certain fears. Fear of the unknown. Diba? So, ito lang yung dalawang sasabihin ko. Sa change, okay lang. People change, everything. Change is constant. Mayroong ako nabasa isa, hindi ko lang malala sino nagsabi nito, but this is one of the quotation that I always remember. The only man who never makes a mistake is the man who never does anything. Okay? So wag ka matakot magkamali. Okay lang magkamali. Basta lang wag mo na ulitin yung pagkakamali na yun. Okay? Otherwise, wala na toto. Ulit-ulit ka lang, 'di ba, sa pagkakamali na yan. Okay? At hindi lang sa pag-ibig, no? Hindi lang sa pag-ibig, pati rin sa ibang mga bagay. Okay? Sa mga practical na bagay. And the other thing is the fear of the unknown. Diba? Sabi ko nga, yung fear, constant fear natin. Ano ba mangyayari? Matatapos na ba itong pandemic na to? Diba? Sino ba magiging next presidente natin pagkatapos sa eleksyon? Gaganda na ba ekonomiya natin? Diba? Ang dami natin mga tanong. Okay? Hindi lang yan. Pati sa pamilya natin. Diba? What will happen in the future? Diba? Ano magiging trabaho ko? Ang dami. Now, meron akong dalawang i-share sa inyo. Okay? Hindi ako pastor, pero ito yung naging dahilan ko sa journey ko. Okay? Kung bakit lahat ng mga dreams na yon, nag-end up ako as one I think I only anchored myself to become an educator. Okay, trinay ko lahat. Naging adventurous ako before. Pumasok ako sa seminaryo, hindi ako tumagal, 3 days lang, umalis na ako kasi feeling ko hindi ko yun calling. Okay, pero ang calling ko, I think, is to be able to share something that I truly feel that I'm sincere about. And this is what I felt. Ito yun, dalawang item, okay, dalawang passage. Okay, sa mga nagbabasa sa Bible, ito yung dalawang yon. Yung isa, sabi ni Matthew 7, verse 7. Familiar to, sikat tong verse na to. Ask and it shall be given. Seek and you shall find. Knock and it shall be opened to you. Diba? So, kung meron kayong gusto, meron kayong hinihiling, diba? Wag nyong ikahiya yung ano may hinihiling ninyo, okay? You have to seek it to the Lord. Okay? And then there's also another thing. Pag hindi man kayo napagbigyan ng ating Panginoon, tandaan nyo tong isa pang saying. Sabi sa Jeremiah, sikat din to Jeremiah 29 verse 11, for I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you a hope and a future. So always trust in His word. Okay? Maaring may mga bagay ngayon na hindi niyo maintindihan kung bakit nangyayari sa inyo. You're going through certain life changes. Always remember, God has plans. Okay? So kung ako ang tatanungin, if I will go back, ano ba talaga yung magiging dream job ko? Ang dream job ko, maging isang educator. Kasi naniniwala ako na ang future, hindi po nasa kabataan. Sorry sa mga nakikinig ng mga kabataan. Hindi nasa kabataan ang future. Alam na saan? Nasa mga teacher nila. Kasi kung anong tinuturo nila sa mga kabataan, yun ang i-bring up later on ng mga kabataan. Okay? So, hindi pa naman ako ganun katanda to say this, pero it's something that I feel if I'm going back through college, I would have taken a different course. I wouldn't have taken marketing. I wouldn't have taken economics. Instead, I would have taken education. But deep inside, I know in my own little way, this is what I'm doing. And so because of that, promote ko lang, check out nyo si jobs180.com. That's jobs180.com. If you're wondering bakit 180, kasi we want to turn your life around 180 degrees. Ayan. Okay, so kagaya ni Accenture, partner natin si Accenture, you can check them out. Maraming opportunities po nandyan. Marami pong mga kumpanya kahit na pandemic ngayon, nag-o-offer pa rin opportunities at kami ay nagpapasalamat. Bukas ang mga pintuan ninyo sa lahat ng klaseng opportunities right now. Okay? So check us out. www.jobs180.com. Ayan lang po. So I hope I was able to share with you something that you can bring on later on. Okay? Maraming salamat. Be safe.
Maraming salamat, Kim. Ang dami na naman naming natutunan at hindi kami matatakot magkamali na niyan.
Okay lang.
Okay. So
Make
thank you again
mistakes.
for sharing your words of wisdom. Ang dami na naman, ano? So, as promised, we will accommodate questions from our viewers today. So again, if may mga tanong man kayo, viewers, huwag mahiya at i-comment lang para masagot ng ating mga guest speakers today. So, while we are waiting, meron na akong hinandang tanong dito for Tessa, Fritz, and Kim. And I'm sure a lot of our students can relate to this. Okay? Ano ba ang mga skills na pwedeng i-develop ng estudyante while they are still studying now na for sure will benefit them when they start job hunting? So, siguro mag-start muna tayo kay Miss Tessa.
Okay, as an HR manager, ang unang-una talagang nirecommend ko, talagang required sa isang estudyante is yung communication skills. Okay, yun yung pakikipag-usap sa ibang tao. It doesn't matter kung magaling ka mag-English. Okay, we all know na some of you are really not good in English kasi, English is not our first language. Okay, but yung able mo to communicate, to deal with other people, that's communication skills. So, dapat yun yung talagang ma-develop muna ng isang tao. Kahit naman hindi estudyante, yung isang tao lang. Kung to be able to express him or herself during the interview as well. Concise, okay? Hindi yung paligoy-ligoy na blah 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 tapos iikot ka na naman doon. So dapat be straightforward, especially during the interview. So yun yung communication skills dapat yung unang-una mong i-build as an individual. Ayan. Thank you.
Okay.
How about the
Thank you
two
so much,
guests?
Tessa. Yeah, so let's hear from Fritz naman.
Ayun, so yun sana yung sagot ko, yun yung primary skill na dapat matutunan. But aside from communication skills, especially for students that are still in the university, I suggest hard skills or the technical skills can be learned along the way. Napakadami ng tutorials out there that you can watch and you can just build that. While your university, practice management, time management, that's very important aside from communication skills, because if you don't know what things to prioritize, wala kang clear setting ko anong dapat mong gawin and what the specific time you'll cater for that, parang you'll be in pure chaos. So while you're still young, make it a habit to make sure na you're developing your time management skills.
Okay, thank you so much. So, tandaan niyo yun guys ha, com skills tapos time management. What about Kim?
Ako yung ito pala feeling pag ikaw ang the only thorn among the roses. Ako lang yung nag-iisa dito ang lalaki. But anyways, I agree with both of them. Time management, tama yan, importante yan. Communication skills, importante yan. Meron akong dalawang idadagdag. Itong dalawa. Okay? I hope walang magagalit, walang mag-react. Kailangan yung mga nakikinig mag-develop po ng math skills. One of the things that Tessa mentioned earlier, tama yun 5 items in real life. Sa totoo lang, ayoko basagin yung bubble. I don't want to burst the bubble. Pero there's a lot of things that we learn in school. We don't really apply it in the real life. I agree. Nasa sinabi yan ni Ma'am Tessa kanina. And I'm sure Ma'am Fritz also agree to that. No? So para sa akin, yung math, yan yung isang bagay na kinainisan natin, karamihan. Pero yan yung As in araw-araw. Tingnan mo, nagtaas yung gasolina, nagko-compute na kay kagad, 'di ba? Magmamahal yung kuryente, kukumpute niyo 'yan per kilowatt hour, 'di ba? If you cannot compute that, then how do you react? 'Di ba? Marami eh. Commute ka from one place to another. Sometimes yung dalawang sakay, tatlong sakay, minsan kapalit nun isang sakay lang na mas mahaba. Kukumpute mo rin yung oras mo. Again, time management pumapasok din diyan, pero more than that, I think the basics is mathematics. Yan yung feeling kong kulang sa karamihan ngayon ng mga kabataan, no? Ay, hindi lang kabataan eh. Kahit mga kaedad, kahit mga kabatch ko na marami. Ako rin minsan nabobobo ako sa mathematics sa totoo lang, no? Pero na-realize ko that's something that you have to polish as a very good foundation. Another thing pa is critical thinking. But this one is very difficult to teach in school. Mahirap ituro ang critical thinking eh. So I think ang critical thinking is a series of learning na na-apply mo kung if you're out there. Okay? Hindi yung critical thinking tipong hala, lagot, malulubat na ako. So kailangan pa mag-send ng limang messages, 1% na lang battery ko, 'di ba? Sino yung sisendan ko? Maybe that's also one thing that will come into the picture later on sa reality, 'di ba? You have to be able to again manage time, 'di ba? And be able to communicate well, 'di ba? Kasi nga communication skills is also there. Pero para sa akin, aside from those two, dagdag nyo na dyan yung critical thinking tsaka yung math skills. Yun yung sa akin.
Correct, no? Nagets kita dun sa math skills kasi parang pagka alam mo na mag-compute, nagiging conscious ka na sa mga gastusin, sa mga kailangan mong gawin talaga. So thank you so much again for your first answer. So punta naman tayo sa second question natin. This question came from Angel. Ask ko lang sana po na paano if I finish college late? Maapektuhan po ba ang pagkakataon ko na makapagtrabaho? So, sinong mauna? Siguro, let's go for Miss Tessa again.
Ay, sige. Hindi. It doesn't matter kung late ka or maaga or whatever. Actually, kasi as an HR manager kasi, of course, dumaan ako sa pag-interview ng mga initial. Of ngayon kasi as an HR, hindi ka na mag-interview ng tawag ito, ng talagang initial na, kumbaga parang filtered na. I don't know if it's si Miss Fitz and Sir Kim is, I know kapag dumadaan sa inyo yung mga aplikante, alam ko filtered na sa niya, hindi na siya initial eh. Ibig sabihin na filter na siya kung tutuusin. But sa akin kasi, as an HR manager, hindi ako talaga tumitingin mostly sa skills or experience. Advantage lang sila. Okay? But mas importante po sa akin ang attitude. Kasi kahit gaano kadami ng skills mo, kahit gaano kalaki ng experiences mo, kung matigas ang ulo mo, magiging liability ka sa isang kumpanya. Mahirap kang turuan kung tutuusin. But go back to sa question, paano kung late siya? Okay, for example, kakagraduate niya lang, okay lang. Di ba sabi ko, nauna lang sila. Okay, baka kasi may instances kaya instances na baka na-late ka kasi yung financial. O, paano natin ipipilit yun? Baka nagtrabaho ka muna bago ka makapag-aral. So, it's okay. And at the same time, kung madapa ka man, you're not, hindi ka magsisimula kumbaga sa zero. You're starting from experience na. So, I think that's on my point of view. Thank you.
I truly agree. So, I think agree din dyan si Kim tsaka si Fritz. Meron ba kayong additional na answer dun sa I think you will really agree to what Miss Tessa said.
Yeah, for my case, I definitely agree with Miss Tessa. It doesn't really matter if you started late or if you kasi like I said sa story ko, you don't have to compare yourself to other people because you have your own timeline, and that other person, they also have their own timeline. So it doesn't matter kung you started late or no na parang feel mo na pag-iwanan ka na ng panahon, because opportunities would always be there. It's just yung sinabi nga ni Ms. Tessa, it's just your attitude and your mindset towards those opportunities. Your skills, technical or soft skills, you'll build that along the way. But napaka-importante ng character, ng mindset mo towards opportunities that will be handed to you when you pursue your dreams, when you start na your journey.
Correct.
Agree.
Si Sir Kim naman.
Action speaks louder than words, but attitude speaks louder than action. Tama, di ba? Totoo yan. Kung tingin nyo, kung pinanganak kayo mas maagas, maging successful ba kayo? Hindi rin naman, di ba? Si Colonel Sanders, trivia lang to sa KFC, yung founder ng Kentucky Fried Chicken. Try nyo i-research na lang. Hindi ko nabibigay yung sagot. Tignan nyo kung ilang taon siya bago niya na-develop yung recipe ng kanyang KFC. Tignan nyo kung ilang taon siyang naging jobless. Tignan nyo kung halos kulang na lang sobrang depressed niya sa buhay niya because alamin nyo na lang, research nyo the life of
Daming failures, no? Bago
dami niya
niya
failures.
makuha
Sobrang
yung
dami niya
success
failures.
niya.
Oo. Diba?
Correct.
Diba?
So thank you for that. Okay, we will move on to the next question na. Okay. So this came from Claire. What are the most in-demand jobs now? So start naman tayo kay Kim.
In-demand jobs. Right now, anything that you can use for virtual, yung mga virtual assistants, lahat ina-outsource na. 'Di ba? Sobrang dami na outsource na. Dati ang engineering, who would have thought ang engineer ina-outsource na rin ngayon. Accounting, dati, 'di ba? Debit credit, may balance sheet ka pa. Ngayon, I think ganun pa rin naman yung principle, pero ina-outsource na rin ng accounting. Ang financial ina-outsource na rin. 'Di ba? IT, it's almost anything ina-outsource na rin. 'Di ba? Kung isipin ninyo, no? So, para sa mga nag-iisip ngayon na may negative connotation pa rin po. Just in case nga, bubusin na lang ako. Kung may negative connotation kayo sa mga call center or outsourcing companies, mag-isip-isip na po tayo ulit. No? Hindi na po dapat maging traditional ang mindset natin because these companies, etong industriya po ng BPO, ng business process, or etong mga outsourcing industry, ang bumubuhay. Marami pong trabaho, no, na po-provide yan. No? Imagine nyo kung walang graveyard shifting, paano naman yung mga nagtitinda sa gabi, di wala na rin silang pagtitindahan. Wala na rin magda-drive siguro na Uber sa gabi kasi puro umaga lang lahat. Diba? So, ang dami. If you look at the landscape and how much it is contributing to our economy, that's one of the things. And just to sum it up, in-demand jobs ngayon, marami, lahat almost puro virtual. Pati pagtuturo who would have thought ang teaching can be done virtually na rin, 'di ba? It's a matter of kung makikinig na lang yung estudyante sa inyo or hindi ng face to face, hindi mo kasi mapalo, 'di ba? Hindi, biro lang, huwag niyo papaluin yung mga estudyante niyo. Sabi ko lang, no? Iba kasi, iba yung face to face, 'di ba? Yung nakikita mo eye to eye, parang ganyan, 'di ba? Pero pagka virtual, iba rin. But then again, I'm just saying, marami po right now. Just check out na lang. Check out ninyo. Tingnan niyo sa Accenture. Ayan, tingnan po yung company ni Ma'am Tessa. And then tingnan nyo rin po si jobs180.com. You can also find Accenture there for sure. Ayan, marami pong mga opportunities.
Correct. So BPO and virtual jobs. Miss Tessa.
Actually, that's true kay Sir Kim. Kung tutuusin nga, di ba, of course, wala naman nag-expect na magkakaroon ng pandemic, di ba? Pero nung nagkaroon ng pandemic, dun mo ma-realize, pwede palang lahat pala maging virtual. Pwede pala magtrabaho sa work from home. And then, at kung tutuusin, less gastos pa sa kumpanya. Of course, walang babayarang kuryente. Walang babayarang. Kung physical company, less, of course, sa mga admin works, less din sila sa gastos. Kasi, of course, paano kung nag-shutdown yung kumpanya physically, tapos lahat nasa virtual, of course, wala silang babayarang renta. Something na ganon. And, which is true, mostly talaga mga virtual. Of course, 'di ba, ang HR kung tutuusin, ang HR talagang more on clerical words, mga papel na makikita mo talaga nasa office pero who would realize na pwede pala ang HR pumirma online. Pwede pala magpasa ng via email, something like that, 'di ba? Pwede pala magkaroon ng meeting. For example, yung ginagawa na natin, 'di ba? Nagkakaroon ng hindi naman uso before nito yung mga webinars, ngayon lang talaga na uso 'to, 'di ba? Mas convenient kasi hindi umaalis yung mga estudyante and at the same time magandang internet connection lang. So when it comes dun sa work, yeah, that's true. Virtually, more on general VA, okay, para data encoder, something like that. I'm not sure kasi talaga more on BPO kung may mga hiring sila or ano yung ongoing. Alam ko talaga yung mga agent. Hindi kasi talaga ako lumaki sa mga BPO. Kumbaga parang ang work ko po ay sa mga manufacturing, recruitment. Siguro si Sir Kim or si Miss Fritz yung makakapagsagot dyan when it comes to BPO setting.
Okay. So almost similar yung answer ninyo. Kasi agreeing-agree din ako doon. Tsaka, Miss Tessa, di ba, maliban sa nakakatipid ang kumpanya, feeling ko nakakatipid din talaga yung workers.
Totoo.
Yung effort, yung energy nilang magbiyahe, di ba? Okay.
Totoo yun.
So, yeah. So si Miss Fritz naman.
Ayun. I agree on both takes on that one, but I'll be speaking in terms of society and technology. You can be a graduate of anything. You can be a graduate of any degree. But in the sense na yung sinabi nila na everything is virtual. So I just want to put it out there that no, you can start any career all you want. Tapos nandun na yung technology eh. Technology, we should stop putting a box on that area. Now that we are in a digital world, anything can be possible. So lahat ng opportunity. So if the question is ano yung parang hot jobs right now that you want to grab, lalo na pag you want to work na. So I suggest that you try all of the opportunities talaga out there, and in the sense that if you want to pursue technology but you're like ay gusto ko mag-shift to technology but I am a graduate of nursing or like in a medicine school or in a teacher, that's not a problem. We can develop skills for you that would make you fit for technology, and the skills that you've learned in your other degree, you can bring that in technology. So especially here at Tech Center, we have so many learning opportunities for you. We build up napakadami engineers, teachers na pumapasok, may mga train ako na napakalayo ng path nila, and then they shifted to technology, and the limitless opportunities here in technology, it's mind-blowing. So ayun, consider all of the opportunities that is available to you, and look it up yun, yung jobs 180, all of the possible na medium that you can find and look for opportunities. You go through, you extend your network on that one.
Okay. Sige, so let's go to the last question. This is from Carlo. How do we get work experience while being in college? So start naman tayo ngayon kay Fritz.
Ayun. I think the best answer for that one is internship. Yun yung pinaka-fitting for students. Internship is very important, and sometimes some students would take it lightly na I'm just gonna complete this for the sake of me graduating or for the sake of me completing this program, but they don't realize how important internship is, because that's your first real world experience. If not na kung hindi ka man lang nagsa-side or nagpa-part-time job, right? It's your first time to see what is expected from you in the real world. So to my advice to the students out there, take your internship seriously. Look for a job, look for an internship that really matches your interest, that would help you grow, na parang aligned na yung kung ano yung gusto mong mangyari in the near future. So kasi napakadaming students that would ask me, Fritz, ganito, tapos parang I realized that they haven't really taken their internship seriously. Parang may mga na-missed sila. They fail to realize how important that step is in their university life. So I hope the students out there are listening na once you get your internship, look up the best opportunities for you and the jobs or the companies that would really match your interest.
Okay, so seryosohin natin ang ating internship. Okay, so Miss Tessa, what about you?
Okay, we have two experiences kasi. We have professional and educational. Kapag estudyante ka kasi, pag educational, ang dapat mo i-improve yun nga, communication skills. And yung very example nun, so yung pakikipag-usap mo pa lang sa prof mo, communication skills na yun eh. Okay? And at the same time, for example, if you have group thesis, baka ang ambag mo lang ipansit canton, di ba? So, hindi dapat ganun. So, dapat baka mamaya finances lang yung ambag mo, ikaw lang yung magsiserox or whatever. Pero of course, dapat mag-ambag ka rin in a way na, okay, meron ka, for example, yung literature, or for example, may mga thesis kayo, di ba? Ano pa, yung communication skills, yung time management as well, ngayon virtually, di ba? Lahat tayo, for example, may module ngayon, sabi ko nga kanina, may module ngayon, bukas may exam, susunod may project. Yung time management na sinabi ni Ms. Fitz kanina, doon madidevelop mo na rin yun. Paano mo ba mapagkakasya doon sa 8 hours mo? O kasi lesser, kung gusto mo talaga mag-enjoy in life. O for example, 5 hours mo na yung gagawin mo, and then the other 2 hours, pahinga ka, and then susunod ulit, ganun. Yung time management, paano mo mapagkakasyahin yung mga projects mo in a day? Of course, you have your life naman after school, di ba? Ano pa? Yun nga, yung baka meron kang extracurricular activities, baka meron kang nade-develop no. For example, mga short courses. Ayan, experiences din yan kung tutuusin. Yun nga, yung sabi ni Ms. Fitz is OJT, yung internship. Kaya take it seriously, baka mamaya sinasabi mo, okay lang, pang ano lang to. Pagkatapos ito, graduate na ako. No, hindi ganon. Kasi yun nga, first hand mo yun eh. Okay, first hand na that's the real world. Kahit naman virtual world. Okay, kahit mag-OJT ka sa online lang, it's okay. Kasi yun nga, everything na natututunan mo, it's gonna be your credential or your skills. So, ayun lang yung educational, yun nga, I think yun yung talagang dapat ma-develop. That's also an experience kapag education. Thank you.
I think yung mga simpleng bagay na ginagawa nila sa school is already a job experience.
Correct.
Okay, and Sir Kim?
Ako, agree ako. Wala na akong madadagdag. Ang sa akin lang ito lahat ng pwede nyong subukan. Diba? Lahat ng pwede nyong pasukin. Diba? Lahat ng pwede nyong matry, no? Tikman nyo. Diba? Kasi parang, I mean, in that sense, na hindi nyo malalaman if this is for you until you try it. And while you're still studying, yan ang pinakamagandang magandang gawin, 'di ba? Huwag mo na antayin yung time na graduate ka tsaka pala magsa-start maghanap ng trabaho. Ngayon pa lang hanap ka na. And then tell the HR na lang. I'm sure if you are able to manage naman their expectation na hindi ka pa tapos mag-aral, meron ka pa tinatapos, example, X number of credits or X number of months pa or years maybe, no? Because you're still in your senior high school and you want to explore work opportunities. And then kung may opportunity binigay sa inyo, edi try mo. Tingnan nyo lang din. You have to weigh yung options. Diba? Yan lang.
Okay, thank you so much. So, we're near the end of our program and may we hear your last messages for our viewers today. Start tayo kay Miss Tessa.
Sige. Ano ba? It's gonna be a long journey pa, guys. Okay. Kahit naman kami na as professional, may mga bagay parang hindi kami natatry. May mga pangarap din kami, kung totoosin. Si Miss Fritz, I don't know, baka mali mo, gusto niyo maging cook o maging vlogger in the near future. Why not? Diba? Ako, gusto ko mali mo, baka gusto ko pala maging business owner. May mga ganon. Dun sa mga nakikinig sa akin ngayon, at the same time, nasa Zoom meeting ngayon, wag kang, yun nga sabi ni Sir Kim, wag mong ilimit yung sarili mo hanggang doon ka lang. Wag mo ring isipin na, ako ganito lang ako. No, you have to believe in yourself. Okay? Nasa spotlight pala ako. Okay, ayun. Believe in yourself na lagi mong tatandaan na kaya mo to. Okay? Kasi lagi magsisimula yan sa sarili mo. Hindi magsisimula yan sa ibang tao. Kasi kung wala kang believe sa sarili mo, hindi mo makakontinue yung talaga yung gusto mo. And at the same time, lagi mo din sasabihin, di ba? Follow your heart. Pero lagi mong dadalihin yung isip mo. Okay? Pero sabi nga nila, di ba? Sabi nga ni si Oprah Winfrey, okay, yun yung lagi niya sinasabi, follow your heart. Kasi doon ka daw magiging masaya. Pero wag mong kakalimutan na dalhin yung isip mo. Kasi yung sa common sense, yung critical thinking, ganyan. And ayun, wag ka ma-pressure, okay? Kahit na ngayong pandemic, meron ka makakakuhang trabaho. Kung nare-reject ka man, okay, nabasa ko kanina doon sa Facebook, natin, hindi doon siya ma-reject in today's video, okay? Pero of course, kung ma-reject ka man o hindi, for example, yun nga, ma-reject ka man, magiging lesson yan sa'yo. Okay? Para at least kung madapa ka man, at least alam mo kung paano ka babangon, anong mali sa'yo, ano yung dapat i-improve. Ganun. So, ang life is yin-yang. Okay? Hindi laging positive. Okay? Dapat balance din lagi. Ayun, padayon lang. Ayun, sabi nga ni Miss Fritz, padayon. Okay? That's a word from sa Cebu ata, if I'm not mistaken. So, fighting lang. Okay? Laban lang. Walang susuko sa life. Okay? Thank you po.
Thank you. Miss Fritz?
Ayun, my parting words to the student is just, it's okay to fail. Remind yourself that it's okay to fail and take a rest. So, alam ko yung mga students these days, lalo na the virtual, like during the virtual classes, they're so hard on themselves. Nakikita ko yan sa mga pamangkin ko, sa brother ko, that they're like too hard on themselves, lalo na pag they're tackling their modules and their exams. So if you feel like you're not doing your best, take a rest. Pahinga ka muna. Then once you feel like you're well rested, then go for the battle again. And always remind yourself that it's okay to fail. It's okay na hindi agad mag-succeed at the first try. Try again. So yun yung parang what we advocate at Accenture is fail fast, succeed faster. So iterate, kahit nag-fail ka ng ilang beses, pick up from there, from the experience, then do better next time. So, yun. So for the students out there, please, don't be too hard on yourself and never compare your progress to someone else. Alam ko napakadaling sabihin nun, at ang hirap gawin, But as much as possible, don't compare your progress to someone else. You have your own timeline and you have to focus on that timeline. So that's it from me. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And of course, si Kim.
Sorry, grabe, nawala yung internet namin. Grabe. Ayan. So yan yung mga sample ko na things that you don't expect. Buti na lang, I was able to connect to the, what do you call this? The data. So yan, nakahanap ng signal. So I have to step out para nandito sa labas lang ngayon. Last words ko is keep trying. Keep trying. Kung ano man yung pinagdadaanan nyo ngayon at kung sa tingin niyo you're already good at it, then explore other things. If you think naman what you're doing now, you still need to improve on, then definitely you don't stop until you polish your craft. Now, for those who wants to study and continue yung education nyo, marami pong mga paraan na pwede nyong mapag-aralan yung mga ibang bagay. Nung ako nga natuto ako maggupit ng buhok, sa totoo lang, because of the pandemic, I never thought I'd be hindi ako professional hairdresser or hairstylist, pero kung papagupitan mo ako ng buhok ngayon, tingin ko I am better than I was before the pandemic, no? Kasi I never ko nakahawak ng clipper at saka ng gunting para gumupit ng buhok, di ba? I mean, hindi lang sa sarili ko, pati sa ibang tao nagawa ko 'yun. No? And if you are good at it, kahit papaano, then pwede ka na mag-charge. O racket na rin 'yan, di ba? You learn something. Yung mga iba sa inyo na may alam na sa pagluluto, tapos gusto niyo magbenta in one way or another, di ba? Marami nag-online selling. Isa sa mga sinishare ko nga sa mga sessions before na marami kayong mga bagay din sa bahay na minsan feeling mo wala na sila, basura na, pero totoo kayamanan pa rin 'yan. Pwede niyo pa rin ibenta kasi basura daw para sa iba, 'di ba? Kayamanan para sa ibang tao. So you might want to explore anong meron diyan and then try to sell it, and iyon. So never give up, make yourself busy. Not just busy, kung gusto nyo nakatutok kayo sa cellphone nyo the whole time, because most of the generation ngayon sa mga mahirap kasi sabihin kabataan, it makes me feel old pero karamihan sa mga nasa school ngayon na nakikinig, no, when you wake up, what's the first thing that you do, di ba? You get your phone and then you check your messages, di ba? Before kayo kumain, before kayo magdasal, minsan pipicturean muna natin yung pagkain natin, di ba? Ipopost pa natin. Wala naman pong mali doon. No, wala naman pong mali doon. Minsan lang nasusobrahan. And so if you're using technology to your advantage, which I am recommending you to do, you might as well use technology to learn new things. So and whatever na mention ni Ma'am Tessa at ni Ma'am Fritz, makinig kayo because marami na silang dinaanan. Yung papupuntahan nyo pa lang, dinaanan na nila eh. Okay? Ako, sa akin, marami akong daan ng kalokohan. So kung kalokohan kailangan
Ayan, naputol si
malaman yun, tanong nyo sa akin, marami yan. Marami na rin tayong mga napagdaanan before na feeling natin ang galing-galing na natin, pero later on you realize, shucks, hindi pa pala yun enough. Diba? Sometimes you're in a stage where you feel wala na, parang wala ka na talaga i-improve, pero looking back, ang dami mo palang pwedeng i-improve pa doon sa craft niyo. So, never stop learning. Yan lang yung sa akin. Never stop learning. As in, kung wala ka nang matutunan ibang bagay sa feeling mo, wala na, sarado na, learn a new language. Ganun lang kasimple. Learn a new language. And it's something that you might want to consider. No? Kasi everyday practical tips yan. Yun lang. Yun po. Maraming salamat.
Alright, thank you so much. At dyan na nga po nagtatapos ang last episode ng FINMA EdDG series. Maraming salamat ulit, Tessa, Fritz, and Kim, for sharing your time and expertise with us. Tunay na nagbigay kayo ng insights at pag-asa sa ating mga students. Siyempre, bakit pa nga ba sila nag-aaral ng mabuti, kundi para makamit ang kanilang mga pangarap? At ang pangako namin dito sa FINMA Education, sasamahan namin kayo patungo sa inyong mga pangarap. Very important yan when it comes to building your future. Aside from identifying aling career ba ang gusto ninyo, kailangan nyo ring siguraduhin na tutulungan kayo ng school nyo kahit sa pagtatapos at sa paghahanap ng trabaho. Dito sa FINMA Education, part yan ng mission namin sa lahat ng mga graduates namin. Mula senior high school until graduation, we make sure you are well-groomed for the job we will help you find. If you want to know more about the details about our programs, i-message lang ang FINMA Education School na gusto ninyo sa Facebook. So, that ends our event. I am your host, Miss Alexis. Huwag kalimutan mag-post tungkol sa experience nyo dito sa Careers Post-Pandemic event at itag kami sa Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok. Don't forget to use the hashtag kasama mo ang FINMA Education. Thank you everyone for joining us in this series and see you again next time.
Sasamahan kita. Sasamahan kita.
Minimithi, inaasam, pangarap na walang hanggan. Bawat ngiti, nagniningning, magsisilbing liwanag sa dilim. Natatanaw mo ba? Maaabot mo ba? Tanong sa bawat bukas, masasagot mo na. Mahaba man ang daan, madami man niyang hadlang, huwag kang mag-alala, sasamahan kita. Buksan ang kinabukasan, tuklasin ang kayamanan ng puso. Nangangarap, bawat hakbang patungo sa pangarap. Pangarap, pangarap, pangarap. Malinaw na ang paraan, kalimutan na nakaraan. Ayusin natin ang daan, anuman ang humadlang. Gamitin ang iyong lakas para maiangat ang iyong antas. Mula sa baba, ngayon nasa taas, kinang ng puso iyong ilabas. Kami aalalay iyong kaagapay, sa bawat hakbang meron ka ng karamay. Hanggang sa tagumpay, ika'y magtatagumpay. Ang imposible ay kaya, basta't sama-sama. Kaya huwag mag-alala, sasamahan kita. Buksan ang kinabukasan, tuklasin ang kayamanan ng puso. Lumalaban, bawat hakbang patungo sa pangarap. Pangarap, pangarap, pangarap. Sasamahan kita, huwag kang mag-alala. Sasamahan kita, di ka na mawawala. Sasamahan kita, meron ka ng kasangga. Sasamahan kita, di ka na mag-iisa. Sasamahan kita, huwag kang mag-alala. Sasamahan kita, di ka na